So, as we're heading into the 2022 NFL season, and we've seen quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Mahomes, and now recently Kyler Murray get paid big contracts. There's a question. What about Lamar, the 2019 NFL unanimous MVP? So despite Lamar having all this success, winning basically 75% of his games in the NFL, a lot of people are doubters still of Lamar. They doubt his play style, whether or not it's sustainable, whether or not it can win a Super Bowl. And there has been some rightful criticism of his playoff performances. According to The Athletic, Lamar Jackson has been ranked as a tier 2 quarterback. And there has been an anonymous NFL GM that said even if Lamar won 12 MVPs, he wouldn't be a tier 1 quarterback. I think that's just hate right there. Straight up hate. Whew. But it does beg the question, is Lamar elite? Well, he has won an MVP. He has put up great numbers, but Lamar is not the most accurate thrower of the football, though he is a good one, and he does seem to be improving. But Lamar also brings the facet of his legs, being able to run, and that just generates offense on its own. So he's, basically a quarterback and a running back in one. It also has to be said that Lamar has not had any elite receivers. The best receiver he's played with is Marquise Brown. And Marquise Brown has only had one 1,000-yard season, which was this past season. And the season where Lamar Jackson won his MVP, Hollywood Brown only had 584 yards receiving. So Lamar has found a way to put up elite numbers and win games despite not having an elite supporting cast when it comes to receivers. Lamar is a guy who seems to be a great leader. His teammates and coaches love him. You ask Jim Harbaugh, you ask all the guys who play with him, they have nothing but great things to say about Lamar. Even his ex-teammates sing his praises. I guess the only exception may be Marquise Brown, but hey, we'll see how he does. So there has been reports that Lamar has gained 25 pounds. I'm not sure if this is 25 pounds just his off season or 25 pounds since he's came into the league, because he has gained some weight since he's coming into the league. If it's 25 pounds his off season, then I'm a bit worried, because anyone who knows anything about fitness knows that you're not going to gain 25 pounds of muscle in the course of a couple of months, unless you're a genetic freak who's on steroids, a lot of steroids, and all that. And I'm not really going to get into whether or not I think Lamar's on steroids. There's no proof that he is. But yeah, I don't think it's. The point is, if he did gain 25 pounds in this one off season, it's not all muscle. A lot of it is probably fat and some, water, etc. But I don't believe it is 25 pounds just in this off season. I think it's through the course of his career in the NFL. Regardless, the question is, will this slow him down? Well, again, it depends. If he just recently gained, the 25 pounds, then, physics and biomechanics says that more than likely it will slow him down a bit. But if he's slowly been adding the weight, we saw him last season, he looked just as explosive as he did his first and second season. So I don't believe it will slow him down. And, reports are that he looks good, he feels good. So I think he'll be fine. Is Lamar's play style sustainable? So a lot of people compare Lamar to Cam Newton, who, was a running quarterback who actually won an MVP, and how his body is kind of broken down, and how, Cam is a 250-pound, beast, and Lamar is, came into the league at about 208. Now he's probably 220-ish, 230-ish maybe. But here's the thing. The comp for Lamar Jackson is not Cam Newton. The comp for Lamar Jackson is Michael Vick. And Michael Vick was still a productive QB into his 30s. And in my opinion, Lamar Jackson seems to take football more seriously and seems to have really, really bought in. And he's in a system with coaches who really want him to thrive. So I don't think that is a fair comparison. Also, when you watch the way Lamar plays, Cam Newton was a guy who took a lot of hits. He would try to truck linebackers over, etc. Lamar Jackson is a guy who wants to make people miss and go out of bounds, etc. He doesn't take a lot of hits. So even though he is running a lot, he doesn't take a lot of hits outside the pocket, honestly. At least not as much as you would think, just because he's so elusive. As he speed declines, and he doesn't quite have the same quick twitch as he currently does. Will he start taking more hits? Maybe, if he continues to try to play the same way. But Lamar seems like a guy who will develop his skill set. And people keep talking about, is Lamar's play style sustainable, etc. But this isn't a 10-year contract we're talking about. This is a 5-year contract. Ask yourself, do you think Lamar is still going to be good in 5 years? I think the answer is yes. At the very least, he'll be about as good as he is. More than likely, he'll be a lot better. So should the Ravens pay Lamar? Yes, give this man his money. Give this man his respect. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.